Well, hello there.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Uh, Man, I'm good now that I figured out how to start this live with the new and improved software that keeps updating in such an amazing way. Um,
Keeping you on your toes.
yes, it is. All right. And then I am just sharing this live right now on my feed. And voila. Facebook also made it look different, which was fantastic. Hi.
Great. Hello, hello.
We're back.
We are back.
True Colors on the Space Coast. This is episode 7 of season 5.
Mm-hmm. Very
Wow.
exciting.
How have you been, Catherine?
I've been pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. We should probably do what we normally do. Hi, I'm David Jones, CEO of DOTI.
And
And
I'm
to my this way, whichever way that is on your screen.
mm-hmm. I'm Catherine Estrock, Executive Director at Brevard Cultural Alliance.
Today's going to be interesting because I feel like it's a full circle moment. The individual that we're bringing on is not only important to this community and important to me because she's a fantastic human being and a good friend, but she's very important to the show because without her, this show would not exist. And so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring her to the stage, Miss Keri Goff. Hello, Keri. How are you?
Hello, hello. I am doing wonderful. How about you?
Fantastic. I'm so happy to see you here. And before we move forward, I want to make sure I say a few things. First of all, if we haven't done so on the screen, we can go to Facebook and make sure that we turn it on and share it so all of our friends can see that we are live at the current moment. And all of those friends who are watching, if you could please make sure you like and follow Brevard Cultural Alliance and Brevard Achievement Center. And I promise you that's not going to get confusing at all tonight. Between
Not one bit.
BAC and BCA. Let's just have some fun. Um, and make sure that you also ask questions in the comments, which I will repeat again once all of our friends start joining. But for now, we're going to go ahead and kick this off by saying, Keri, I'm so happy you're on here. Can I do a quick how this is really cool?
You can, because it is really cool, and I'm really excited to be here tonight.
Yeah, so Keri is a part of the LEAP. So thank you, LEAP Brevard, because you do these community acceleration programs or projects. And during the best class ever, class of 2021, let's go, we were able to build this program during the COVID time of saying, hey, we still want to find ways to get our artists an opportunity to get out there to the world, people to know who they are, and even just some entertainment because we were all at home or behind a desk and we couldn't do anything. And so we created this True Colors on the Space Coast, and we have been rocking ever since. I want to ask Kristen if this is the longest running, I forget what they call the community acceleration projects, the legacy project. I wonder if we're the longest running legacy project. That would be a good question.
That'd be very cool to find out.
Yes, it would. I'm going to text her while we're talking. So I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm going to find out. But Keri was a part of the team with myself and a few others that had this idea, built it, and brought it to life. If anybody ever goes back and watches or you saw the video that she created that really highlighted everything that we did, it was amazing. It set a standard. Like I remember when I sent it to another team because we were a CAP project again. And I said, this is what was created. And they were like, we can't do that. I was like,
They were all freaked out. And we said, you don't have to do that. This is amazing, but you don't have to do that.
Yeah, Keri's different. Keri's she's up here.
I'm different. That's an accurate statement.
Yeah, in the best way possible. Have you won an Addy?
I have won an Addy.
I would assume so. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure you're an award-winning marketer.
I am. I have won an Addy from the American Advertising Federation.
Shout out to the American Advertising Federation. And so I appreciate you coming on here. We also highlighted Brevard Achievement Center. I almost did it. We highlighted Brevard Achievement Center that first season. It was a fantastic program. And so for it to come back around again with what we're going to talk about today, which is fantastic. And I cannot wait because everybody and their mama in Brevard County should show up because it is free and it is amazing. But we're jumping too far ahead. First, we need to know who is Keri. So Keri, hi, who are you?
Hello.
Like,
Right.
how did you get to Brevard? Let's start there.
So how did I get to Brevard? Is that what you said?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm originally from Massachusetts, born and raised, and came to Brevard County back in 2002 to attend UCF. And I haven't left. I stuck around. I moved over to Rockledge and commuted back and forth to UCF because I needed to be close to the beach. And I've been a Brevard County resident ever since. So for far too many years that I'd like to admit to. Since
But you kept your team. And that's the part that I just don't understand.
of course, I
You
kept my
kept
football team.
you kept your NFL football team. And there was a horrible Super Bowl where
There's a
her team and
wonderful
my
Super
team
Bowl. I'm
played.
not sure what you're talking about.
Oh, sorry. Which Super Bowl? Yes, the one where you played my team and my team decided that we were only wanted to win the first 3.5 quarters. And then for some reason we forgot how to play football. You're welcome. Sorry.
Yes, and we beat you from only having 3 points. The largest deficit in Super Bowl history. We came back from and beat you.
Dang.
Set myself up for this. And we're still friends, ladies and gentlemen. Like that's the part that's
Right?
amazing.
Good friends,
Like,
even.
we're still friends. Like, it's a rough life. Oh man. All right. So we know how you got here. What about like how you got into BAC?
So my journey to BAC was kind of an incredible accident, honestly. But one of those wonderful invisible strings that you just don't know are pulling you in that direction. So we already mentioned the Advertising Federation. I had known Susan McGrath, who was part of the Advertising Federation many years ago. And she was also a United Way person, and she came here to BAC and took a chance on little old me and hired her as her marketing manager. And it's been like 7 years now that I've been here at BAC. It'll be coming up on April Fool's Day. It'll be my 7-year anniversary. And I had to have that conversation with everybody here at BAC. Like, this isn't some elaborate joke, right? Like, this is for real. I get to be here. But I'm really, really passionate about being here at BAC. I have individuals' disabilities in my life, including my mother was wheelchair bound when I was growing up. My niece is on the spectrum. And honestly, in this day and age, there's a lot of people close to a lot of us that have some form of disability, whether it's seen or unseen. Lots of people from, I've already kind of mentioned I was in college in 2002. So a lot of my friends come back. They joined the military and they've come back with PTSD and various other things that are unseen disabilities. And it's really important to me to be able to help shape our community to be more inclusive and more accepting of individuals with unique or different abilities.
Very cool. I think your organization is fantastic. Your leader is A1. So Amar Patel is a fantastic human being.
Yes, he is.
Love him
Very
to
proud
death.
to work for him.
Yes, very proud just to say I know him. So like just great guy. And you guys are in amazing hands. Your organization has been phenomenal for a while now. Like I remember learning about your organization and then going up there and doing the tour, and I'm just like, what? It's just fantastic. So I'm getting it. Can you tell us a little bit about your organization?
Absolutely. So BAC, or Brevard Achievement Center, has been here in Brevard County, actually at this exact same street address since 1968. I'm in the building right now that is next to our original building that was here in 1968, where now our headquarters is now 5 buildings strong. We've taken over almost all of Cogswell Street by now, the back corner. And so back in 1968, if you had a child that had a disability, your only option when they got out of school was for them to have to be institutionalized. And so we were founded by a group of parents that were like, no, we want we want so much more, and we can get so much more and do so much more. Our children can do so much more. And so we were founded as an adult day program, which we still have today. We still run and operate a adult day program with about 100 participants that come through our headquarters every week. And we've also expanded. We are a federal contractor as well. So we provide contracting services to support our warfighters, our veterans in space exploration. So BAC is actually on the shakedown list. Anytime you see a rocket go up out of Kennedy Space Center, our team, our employees with disabilities, our essential crews are helping make these goals happen for our customers and helping every day to keep America to be an economic driver, to keep us supporting our nation in essential ways. In fact, during COVID, BAC did not shut down. Every single one of our employees were deemed as essential. And so that is a true testament to the power that giving somebody an opportunity to be an inclusive employer, to be an inclusive community, that amazing things can happen. And so we have, like I said, we have our adult day training program. We have our federal contractors. We also have employment training programs here that we support students in high schools as well as adults that are either looking to enter the workforce or have maybe they're a veteran returning and now they have some challenges and they need to help secure employment and have accommodations for their new challenges in life. So we actually help find work for those individuals as well. And what we're going to talk about today is we have an amazing art program here in our community for individuals with disabilities, by individuals with disabilities, and it's just a beautiful thing. But I'll let David give a little bit of intro of why we're here tonight before I dive into our art programs.
I'm not gonna ask the question. I'm gonna look up. It's always weird because I don't know which way to look. I'm gonna look
up somewhere.
Up. And I think Catherine has the next question for us.
Sure. So tell us all about the 12th annual showcase you all are putting on and how it came to be the 12th showcase and what all it's about.
So the arts play an absolutely pivotal role in every person's development, especially somebody that may have communication challenges or other abilities that are not the standard, you know. So the arts are a way for an individual with disabilities to be able to communicate, express themselves in ways that they maybe can't verbally or maybe they can't physically. And so BAC has a very robust community arts program that we are very proud of. And this includes our two biggest events of the year. One of which is our Performing Arts Showcase, and this is in its 12th year. So we are really excited to be able to keep this program going. What we do with our Performing Arts Showcase is we work with Brevard County schools, public schools and private schools, with their exceptional education classes. And we actually look for artists within our community that are willing to go into these schools for 8 weeks and work with these classrooms where our students get to choose a performance, whether it's drumming, as we see on the screen now, or whether it's creating a skit or a dance or performing a song, any type of performance that you can think of and our students want to participate in. They work with these artists for 8 weeks. They learn their performance, and then it culminates with our Performing Arts Showcase, which is exactly that. It's a showcase of all of these students, all of these talented individuals coming together for one show. And so this is the 12th year that we've done that. And a lot of the feedback that we have heard is that some of our students in our exceptional education classrooms throughout the county maybe don't get the opportunity to participate in their school's drama clubs or have the opportunity to get up on stage, for the pageants and the things that the different schools do. So we really want to showcase these performances that they've learned in the best way that we know how. And so we partner with the King Center for the Performing Arts. And we put these students up there on the main stage, the biggest stage we have in Brevard County. We're going to put them up there. We're going to watch them shine. And we are going to just, as a community, celebrate these individuals and what they've accomplished over the last 8 weeks in learning their performance and then being able to celebrate it with you. And I don't even need a script for this right now. I'm just so passionate about this event because it just fills my cup for the whole year of why we do what we do here at BAC. And it is truly just a celebration. And if you come and you sit in the audience, you are going to leave here just feeling the magic of these individuals and the magic that they bring to the stage and the celebration and the joy and the happiness. And there is no way you can have a bad day after you've been to our performing arts showcase.
Oh man. So what's the date of the showcase?
So the date is a week from tomorrow. It's October 15th. As I mentioned, it's at the King Center for the Performing Arts. Doors open at 10:30. So it is a daytime event because these students are actually on a field trip for the day. So we have to do it during school hours. So doors open at 10:30. The show starts at 11 and it lasts about an hour. And then there's usually a little bit of a reception in the lobby where our audience gets to interact with some of our performers and things like that. That's just really amazing. So it's a great way to take an extended lunch break next Wednesday, the 15th. Come join us.
I like that. Come take an extended lunch break. So we're looking at the one from last year.
Yep. So this is last year, and you'll probably have noticed there was a lot of like aquatic themed pictures in here. So we do a theme each year, and then we let our performers really decide how they want to embrace that theme. Last year, our theme was Together We Soar, and SOAR was actually an acronym for Saving Our Aquatic Resources. So there was a lot of ocean, a lot of celebrating that we live here on the Space Coast and celebrating that we save our aquatic resources. And in fact, last year, for the first time, we actually did a raffle of during the showcase where we raffled off some of the art that was created by our students and by some of the visiting artists. And we actually donated that money back to the Surfriders Foundation because we really wanted to not just talk the talk, but walk the walk as well. We wanted to say, you know what, we're a nonprofit. And while we need to fundraise just to have this program, we want to give back to our community in a way that can help carry on our theme of supporting our aquatic resources. So we worked with the Surfriders Foundation and we're able to raffle off some of the beautiful art that was made by our participants, our students, and our teachers.
That's so awesome. What I love about what you just said is that what I saw firsthand, you can hear it and you can say it. It's so different when you go up to your building and you see it. And that is that if you tell people that they can't do something, you're probably going to be right because you don't give them the opportunity. But if you remove that thought process and just say, I think you can, I saw that all throughout the building. And then what I love is like, and what you just said that they raised money for our community out here. And I bet a whole bunch of dollars that if somebody said, do you think that this organization, that the individuals with disabilities in this organization are raising funds for Brevard County, more than likely the answer would be no. And yet here we are, individuals stepping up and showing that if you give them an opportunity, they can participate and do almost everything that we can do as well. So like, it's fantastic. Like what you guys are accomplishing is amazing. I love your organization. I wish more people, I don't know how you do tours. Like, I don't remember how I got the tour. I think it was United Way. And so
it probably was United Way because we were both United Way loan leaders.
Yeah. So like, I don't want like people showing up like, give me this tour they were talking about.
So absolutely, we can do tours. I'd prefer a bunch of you got together so I can do a couple groups instead of just a bunch of individual tours. But we are happy to open our doors and show you what we do here. And in fact, if you came for a tour in the month of October, you would actually see that we have sock boxes all over our buildings, because our adult day training program participants voted and decided they wanted to generate socks for Matthew's Hope. So we're collecting socks before it gets cold, and we're going to donate all the socks to Matthew's Hope, which is another nonprofit in the area that supports individuals who are struggling with homelessness or facing homelessness. And socks is one of the number one things that people need. So we're collecting socks right now.
I was not aware that socks were one of the number one things people need.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to get you some socks.
All right, you can bring them to the showcase. We'll have a box out front.
I like this. I like where we're going. Ooh.
Yep. So our participants love giving back to the community in various ways. We do Toys for Tots every year. We do, like I said, we're doing the socks. We often do a lot of our participants are very big supporters of animals. So we do drives for animal shelters, foods and supplies for pets. So we do a lot with our adult day training program, and our employees actually get involved quite a bit as well, to give back to those different things. And then we do outings with our employees or with our participants in our adult day training program, where we're visiting other nonprofits and seeing how that we can volunteer and help with them, as well as going out and doing art in public spaces and things like that. But we're not putting our art in public. We're physically putting up easels and doing art in parks. So a little different than the BCA's arts in public places.
Very cool. Hold on, let me see here. I'm going to bring up this year's coming up stuff so people know where to go and how to and what they can do. Can you talk to us? What's the theme for this year?
So the theme this year is Starry Nights, where we figure Space Coast, stars, space, arts, it all kind of ties into one theme. Again, like we have a theme that we run through, but our students, our artists, our participants are the ones who really get to choose how that's embraced and how they're going to turn that into their form of art. So it could be anything from drumming to singing to dancing, skits, all the different, if you can think of it, we're going to have people doing it, and we're going to have artists assisting with that. And so it'll be loosely tied to the Van Gogh painting, A Starry Night. But anything that has to do with stars or the Space Coast and just celebration, we really felt that theme showcased the celebration that we want to be able to embrace for our students and our participants that are up on stage. Yes, so that is a big thing. So the event is free and open to the public. We really, really want to have so many people cheering all of these great performers on. Last year we had 502 people in the audience. So let's help us fill the King Center. Like, I really want to make it so we end up filling the balcony up in the second stage. We don't have tickets or anything like that. However, we do rely on grants and sponsorships to fund these programs. So we do ask that you RSVP. That way we can tell our financial supporters exactly how many people were in attendance, how many community members were in attendance, and things like that. Kind of worth noting, since I'm talking about why we need your RSVP, is while BAC in itself is a large agency in the area, because we do have some federal contracts that we employ individuals with disabilities through the Federal Ability One program. And we have about 650 employees with disabilities that are working on these contracts that I mentioned earlier, are essential employees. But our arts program operates, last year it was about $100,000 deficit. So BAC was able to deficit fund these programs because of the revenue that we were getting through alternate sources, but also very much through local grants, local businesses supporting our cause, local businesses stepping up and saying, we want to keep the arts here in Brevard for this community, for these individuals. And so we cannot do it without the support of this community. And so this is also our way of having a celebration for those who have supported us, to come out and see exactly, these are what your dollars are doing. This is the joy that is being created with your dollars. And it's a way you can really, really see that in action. I can lean into my United Way time a little bit. United Way always said they can turn $1 into 3. We utilize the same concept. So we have to have donor dollars that we can then turn to grants and say, we have X amount of donors that have already committed, and they'll match those dollars through different grants that we're able to get. So we cannot do this without the community support of sponsorships and volunteers to help us make this happen.
Well, like I said, I know your organization is amazing. This event is going to be fantastic. I am going to talk about it for the next 7 days to make sure that we get as many people there as possible. We should have a problem, like too
I
many
hope
people.
we run out of seats.
You know, that would be a good problem to have, and I think it would be such a good showing and a good feeling to make everybody involved feel that type of experience. Because to your point, like the amount of volunteers that it takes to pull something like this off, the amount of individuals that are coming from different schools and from actual BAC's work programs, like
Right.
we should really make this as special and as large as possible. So if you're watching now or the replay, RSVP, bring yourself. It's free. It's the
Free.
best price. It's free 99. Can't beat free. Bring a friend, bring some family, bring everybody, tell your cousins.
Tell your cousins. Yep.
Yeah. And let's make this a good time. Let's pack this house out. I want to thank you for your time, Keri, and for what you do. I do want to bring up one other. You do have another program in February.
We do. And so our two biggest art programs is the showcase that we've been talking about, but we also have another program in the winter. It's in February this year, where we partner with the Brevard Zoo. And last year we celebrated our 40th annual arts festival, where we take over the zoo. For this year, it'll be for 2 days. We're gonna, everywhere you go in the zoo, it's going to be BAC-ified. It's going to be wonderful. But what we do is we bring in a lot of volunteers. Over 300 volunteers are needed to make this happen. So if you're looking for a place to volunteer, please reach out. We need about 300 volunteers. We have about 1,200 students from our exceptional education programs from VPK all the way through high school come to the zoo. And it's a dual experience, because we're going to set up about 15 to 20 art stations throughout the zoo, where we have volunteers who are helping engage these students with either a make and take craft project. Maybe it's learning a dance or drumming or any type of art medium. We have a lot of painting, collaging, face painting, all these things, where our students get to engage in the arts, because as I mentioned before, the arts are just so vital for how every person learns, but especially those with unique abilities, because it can open up pathways. Different sides of the brains are used, where all of a sudden a math thing might make sense because you're remembering how you did something else with the arts. And it's just critical. And so our teachers are learning about different ways to integrate the arts into their general programming. The students are getting to make art at the zoo. And of course, you're at the beautiful Brevard Zoo. So you get animal interactions, and you get to work with the team there at the zoo, and they bring out the animals out to the art stop so that, you can see the sloth up close. And of course, you get to go feed the giraffes and do all of the wonderful things that we get to do at our zoo anyhow. And so, like I said, BAC brings in about 1,200 students. And then you have your bus drivers, your teachers, your field trip aides, the general education peers come in. So a lot of times we have their general education buddies will come and experience this art program day at the zoo as well. And so it's just absolutely magical. It's a lot of work leading up to it. We have an arts committee that is the BAC's arts committee, and it's their brain behind a lot of this. Our arts program manager, she's probably not going to sleep for the next 7 days just getting everything ready. But it takes a village. You know, it really, really does. That statement is so true. And like I said, last year we had about 300 volunteers at the zoo for about 1,200 students. And it's really great way to get involved. Especially if maybe you can't sponsor the program financially, maybe you can donate some time and help us with volunteers. And then next year for our 13th annual showcase, we always need volunteers behind the stage helping us get the students to their cues and to get, do all the things of that a show person needs to know where to be at backstage.
I love it. And remember, ladies and gentlemen who are watching, this is not a or strategy. It can be an and strategy. They will accept your money and volunteer hours.
Yes, we will.
If you so choose to decide to go down that path, there is no one that's going to stop you.
No, there is not. We will be very grateful.
All right. Well, the RSVP is going to be on the site. We're going to go ahead and jump to our rapid fire questions because we always have to get to our rapid fire questions. And we're going to start off with an easy one, maybe. Let's find out if we get this answer right. Bacon and eggs or pancakes?
Pancakes. We got to be sweet.
Bacon and eggs for me.
Wow. I'm the tiebreaker. And I'm going to go pancakes. But it kind of varies. I'm on this new beef bacon kick. And if you haven't had it, oh my God, go to Publix. They sell it. Or Thrifty, if you want to shop local, they also sell it. Beef bacon is insanely amazing.
Sounds amazing.
Really, I'm begging people to try it. Okay. Favorite movie. It could be of all time or today because it could change. So
favorite movie today is a constantly moving target, but of all time, Pretty Woman. I got to go with the classic.
Pretty Woman walking down the street. There you go. I wonder at what point is that going to be like, people are like, what is that movie? Because I keep
if
finding
you ask my
out.
teenager, they already say that. So
Really?
Tragic.
I know.
Yeah, somebody told me they like some type of classic. They were saying classic something when they put the music on. I was like, that's not classic. That's no. Are we classic now?
Yeah,
I think we might be. I
that
heard
might
Guns
count
N'
as
Roses on the
classic.
classic station.
Oh no.
No.
Sorry, don't mind us. We're just here panicking, getting older. Catherine, your favorite movie today?
My favorite movie today, I think, is The Count of Monte Cristo from, I think it's the 2000s, actually. We just watched it yesterday, and it's so good. Such an October movie.
Okay, The Count of Monte Cristo. I'm going to add it to the list to watch.
Mhm.
My favorite movie of all time has not changed. It's the first time I've seen it. Harlem Nights. Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Della Reese. It's not HR appropriate, but it's fantastic. Okay, so this is a mean question because of where we live, because we live on the Space Coast. So what are you choosing, space or the ocean? The space or the coast? Like,
Oh, that's so hard because I love them both. But growing up in Massachusetts on an island, I live on one of the islands here in the Space Coast. I'm going to have to say the salt's in my veins, the ocean.
okay.
And I'm with you on that. I have to go ocean.
I am going to. I'm from Texas and from a part of Texas that's not close to waters. How about that?
There you go.
But grew up a Trekkie. Mom's was a Trekkie. Star Wars all day, every day. I'm gonna go space. That's not an
Can't
easy
argue with
question
that.
though, living here. It's like, oh, this is gonna be our new one, Catherine. This is gonna be the one where we're gonna be like, all right, so tell us how you really feel.
I like it. Also, your Texas answer. I'm also from a landlocked city in Texas, but I still choose ocean.
Fine. Okay, well, but the Trekkie part.
Acceptable.
Tricky part,
Completely
live
acceptable.
long and prosper.
Yeah. I have a whole Star Trek, whole bunch of stuff underneath right over here. So, but then like this show would go on forever. Um, your favorite sign?
So I'm gonna have to say, don't worry, I'm not gonna say the classic Massachusetts one, but I'm gonna say, I love you.
And mine, I think, has to be soda pop, which is this and then that. It's from pushing a glass marble into a glass bottle of soda from like the turn of the century when they first started bottling soda. I took 5 years of sign language in high school and college and worked at a soda museum. So it all ties
That
together.
fits.
Some niche interests.
And I was unprepared because I went like an actual sign. I do not sign language, so I'm going to go with both yours. But my favorite sign is deer crossing.
Hey, actually, you know what totally is a sign? Is the Vulcan salute. That's
Yes,
how you refer to it in sign
there you
language.
go.
Like,
I
that's
take
Mickey Mouse,
back
that's Star
my.
Trek.
I
Oh,
There
take
Mickey
you
back
Mouse,
my
I
go.
love
answer.
that.
That's Mickey Mouse or anything Disney, so that's Star Trek.
So Star Trek here, but I'm going to do this for my daughter and be like, "This is Mickey Mouse."
There you
How do you
go.
Minnie Mouse?
See, we're being
I don't
inclusive.
know.
You're learning sign language. We are being
Yeah.
more inclusive in our community.
Yay!
Yay!
I like this. Okay, and then last but certainly not least, because we've all watched this show, some of us probably more than others. What's your favorite Ted Lasso moment?
So many. Catherine, you want to go first this time?
Sure. My favorite is definitely the world's happiest animal, be like a goldfish, 10-second memory.
Love it.
I like that. I'm going to go with the dart scene. Be curious, not judgmental.
I love it. So my favorite lines, and then I'm gonna go with the beginning of the show when they were talking about growth, and he said, what is it? Taking hard things on is like riding a horse. If it's easy while you're doing it, you're probably doing it wrong. Oh, if you're comfortable while you're doing it, you're probably doing it wrong. And I fell out laughing and I just kept watching the show. So I like it. Keri, thank you so much for joining us today. Like, in all seriousness, it's so cool to have you back on. We're going to do this again. I'm thinking probably in January, because then we could talk about the February so that we can make sure that we got all the things lined up.
Absolutely.
And then one day we're just going to have you come on as a guest host, and we're going to interview. I don't know. We'll do some type of fun interview, and you know what? I think that's what next season's going to be all about. Next season, I'm going to do my hardest to find a way to get every person from the first season to come on as a guest host.
Ooh, I like it.
I like that a lot. I like it.
And then if we could do it real good, we could find like pictures from 2021 and then like put it up like this was them now. Like it's been a long time.
I recorded every episode. I recorded every episode of the first season. I have them all.
But not everybody was on. So like I want to get even the people behind the scenes.
Oh, that's
like,
true.
Like, how different are people going to look? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I grew like a whole bunch of hair. So
yes, you did.
By that time, it will have been 5 years. It's been a minute.
Wow, it has.
I know.
Okay, so 5-year anniversary. We're going to get everybody who worked on the show to come and do a guest appearance on the show.
Perfect.
I love it.
Okay. Well, tune in 2 weeks. We'll be back. We are going to be talking to a very funny individual. I cannot wait. And make sure you like and share when you watch the replay. You could also answer those questions in the chat that we asked if it so moves you to do so. And remember, we need to see you on October 15th. Doors open at 10:30. It's free. It's a free event. Come out, support, have a good time. And until next time, we're signing off. We'll see you later.
See you later. Thank you so much for having me.